Good morning and welcome to Eyewitness News Daybreak. I'm Alexandra Johnson. Thanks for joining us on this Friday. It is August 24th, and Jake and Ron, they are making their way to our first Home Team Friday pep rally of the season. Coming up in about 15 minutes, I'm going to be talking with the superintendent of Henderson County Schools, and we're going to be discussing some of the preparations that bus drivers take before the first day and what parents need to know before they send their kids off to the bus stop. We are continuing to follow breaking news right now in Evansville. Police are investigating a shooting death. I'm outside the Ford Center this morning, and I am with Randall, and he made the trip all the way from Minnesota. This is his 38th rally. And also Sunday night, traffic was backed up on Highway 425 in Henderson. We know the fire started around 4:17 this morning. What is the scene looking like now? All right, thanks so much, Joe. And Joe's been out there all morning long, kind of keeping us updated on that situation. So luckily, the people inside that house were able to make it out safely. Yeah. Have been grilling all morning because it is National Barbecue Day and the 4th of July. This morning by Abraham and Ezekiel from La Campriana to talk about some of the ways that you can celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Joe Bird joins us live from Davis County with the details on who is running and an update on the project. Joe, are you actually running with them this morning? Joe, glad to see you working up a sweat out there this morning. Well, elementary students in Evansville are getting outside and getting active. We are at Memorial this morning, and we have the cheerleaders going behind us. We have the band playing. The students are here. Welcome back to Eyewitness News Daybreak on WEHT Local. I'm Alexandra Johnson. It is 6:55, and that means it's time for your morning rush. We are going to be practicing the Southwestern Indiana Highland Games before that happens this coming weekend. So we are with, what's going on, Ron? A Western Kentucky animal shelter is still closed due to parvo. His prom season is just around the corner, and that means it's time to start shopping for prom dresses. They will discuss a new certificate available to EVSC seniors. Dr. David Smith will be joined by other community leaders in making that announcement. So I put that poll on Twitter on who has the best French fries. Right. And I got close to 7,000 votes. So people were going wild about the French fries. I think that's what they wanted to hear. All right, we're going to move on. We're going, 3 principals are about to get pied in the face. Vectren Corporation is being sold in a $6 billion deal, but the utility says it likely won't change much for second place. That's hard to take, so I just like to say we tied. Well, we are one day away from Valentine's Day, and most people haven't bought their gifts yet. At least Jake and Ron haven't bought their gifts. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Alexandra Johnson. An early morning fire heavily damages the inside of a very well-known Farrell's restaurant in Madisonville. The fire started just after 3 this morning near the grill, and employees worked to put out the flames, but were not able to contain them and had to run out of the restaurant. The restaurant has been open since the late 1930s and is well known for their burgers, which have been voted the best in Kentucky. One customer, nicknamed Bradley, comes every day for breakfast and stopped by this morning as well to check out the damage. The owner of the restaurant said everyone is safe, and he's already working with the insurance company to get the restaurant back open as quickly as possible. We have continuing coverage now. Gordon has been downgraded to a tropical depression. The storm has left thousands of people in the dark and has killed at least 1 person. Gordon made landfall near the Alabama-Mississippi border last night. Natasha Chen reports. Kentucky State Police are asking for your help in identifying a possible suspect in an attempted break-in. Go ahead and take a look at these surveillance photos right here that you're about to see. This incident, it happened on August 23rd at Mitchell's Grocery. According to KSP Trooper Corey King, the building was damaged in the possible break-in attempt, and this is the man that investigators would like to talk to. In the photos, he's wearing a shirt which says Jalen's dad, and he's believed to be driving a model year 2001 to 2004 white Pontiac, Montana. If you think you know this person, you are asked to contact Kentucky State Police at 270-826-3312 or at the toll-free number, which is 800-222-5555. In Evansville, one of the racers from this past weekend's Hydro Fest is looking for his suit. Evansville Hydro Fest posted on Facebook that someone stole a racing suit from Cal Phipps. Phipps is seen wearing the suit in question while posing on his hydroplane. We're told the suit was taken while hanging outside of a trailer after the event. Anyone with information should call Evansville Police. A Kentucky lawmaker proposes changes to the Commonwealth's animal abuse laws. State Representative Kevin Bratcher of Louisville pre-filed a bill which makes second-degree animal cruelty a felony on its second offense. He also proposed the creation of an animal abuse offender registry, and anyone convicted on their first offense must be on the registry for 2 years and 5 years for any other convictions. If approved, the online registry would start in 2020.
Came from Tennessee, a lady had...
The city of Jasper has been named the 2018 Community of the Year by the Indiana Chamber of Commerce. The announcement was made this morning at the Parklands Pavilion in Jasper. City officials and the Indiana Chamber of Commerce were in attendance. The mayor was there to talk about all the things that the city has done to earn this title, so congratulations to them. Evansville Mayor Lloyd Winnecke announces plans to go forward with an indoor aquatic center at Garvin Park as a replacement for Lloyd Pool. The pool will be right across the street from Bosse Field, and the pool will serve recreational swimming, multiple competitive swim teams, and a designated area for diving. There will also be an outdoor spray park, and the project will be funded through the corporate community, the Jacobsville TIF, and Riverboat proceeds. Vectren says customers could soon pay less as a result of federal tax reform. Utility officials say customers will see an average annual bill reduction of $90 for electric and $35 for natural gas. The decrease is because the 2017 Federal Tax Cut and Jobs Act that cut corporate tax rates from 35% to 21%. The reduced charges are not reflected as a separate line item on customer bills. Vectren says the Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission gave final approval on this, and reductions should be in effect by the end of this year or early next year. Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh's confirmation hearing entered its second day today. If appointed, it's possible Kavanaugh could be called upon to rule on a challenge to special counsel Robert Mueller's Russia investigation. Democrats fear Kavanaugh might harbor a bias in favor of President Trump that could affect his ruling on the matter. He was asked questions related to that concern today in the form of what judicial independence means to him. Over the course of Kavanaugh's hearings, he will face a grilling from Democrats on issues including abortion, health care, and the extent of presidential power. Well, coming up on Eyewitness News at noon, a new study says the germiest place in an airport is actually not the bathroom. We'll tell you where it is when we come back. Business for 3 years, and already they've won awards for several of their beers. In this week's Made Local, I visit Carson's Brewery to learn all about the brewing process.
Well, it's like Willy Wonka for adults.
They brew
2 tanks that'll hold single batches, 2 at double batches, 2 at triple batches.
Bottle or can.
The 4 nozzles, and you'll see it as the beer's coming up and over, and then it slides the lids on.
And ship their beer to 7 different Midwestern states.
Brown Cow, this is one of our most popular beers.
From pale ales and amber wheats to IPAs and brown ales, Carson's has 28 different beers on tap.
It just makes it unique for the customers to come in and try all these different flavors that you can't really get anywhere else.
Jason Carson brewed his first batch of beer in 2012, officially opening Carson's Brewery in October of 2013.
In Evansville, there's kind of a void for a while, and now that, we're here and there's a few others, and really passionate about what we do.
And after 3 years of being in business, Carson's is taking on a new challenge, creating a get-her-done beer for Larry the Cable Guy.
When you get something like that, it just gives you goosebumps, and it's exciting. So we're in the works of, working on packaging, and we've got the beer style. It's going to be a light session ale.
But this isn't the only project Carson's is working on. Jason says he plans to continue growing his business, eventually expanding to spirits.
We just didn't say one day, we're going to do craft beer and just show up. It was a lot of testing. There's a lot of time and effort going into the different styles, and spirits will be the same way. It's going to take time. We're not just going to be Jack Daniels, next year. It's going to test batches, take them around, see what works, what doesn't work, and hopefully grow Carson's brand into the spirit side.
Whether you want to try Red Dawn, Casket Juice, or Brown Cow, the tap room at Carson's Brewery is open 7 days a week.